Yellow just blocking in the house in my road. Gotta make her put it on. She don't like wearing clothes. Just left Concord, North Carolina. I was licking on booty and a whole lot of vagina. Eat a booze with some ice cream. She'll remember you. Ice Cube make it chip like the winter do.
See me with the crew. I gotta get some food. I see you looking like you do. Had to make a move, make a move.
He blood, he lit, right? He lit. So, over the next couple weeks, he really putting on for the set, right? Couple Crip dudes come in. He jumping out the window to spank them. You know what I'm saying? One Crip he had knocked out, right? He going hard with the slurs against the Crips. All of that, right? He going hard. He going hard. Like, yo, when I say he going hard, he was going hard, right? You would think he hated Crips his whole life, right? So boom. We're in the corridor. Just walking through the corridor, going somewhere. I don't know where we going. But he with his blood homies, right? And there's this dude. There's this dude who recognizes him, I guess, from the town. So the dude walks up to him, and then it appears that this dude tries to throw up Crip. You know, they got their whole, like, you know, like, handshake, left hand, right? So, but it looked like he before the dude could do that, he reached out his right hand and he gave dude a pound. Said a couple quick words, kept moving, right? So, keeping it moving, they noticed that. But they didn't notice that. This goes on, so now boom. It started looking a little shaky. Somehow, some way, this same dude ends up in a whole nother house, right? Mind you, this guy, he didn't change his name from the town really. All he did was add a blood at the end, right? So the same dude ends up in another house. He ends up amongst a couple other Crips, right? Some Crips that's official. And he ends up saying, hey, so my man's from the town is here. I don't know if they made him fold his flag or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. But my man's, his name is such and such, such and such. He says it to the Crip that's official. The Crip like, that nigga is blood. Like, what are you talking about? He like, blood? He like, nah, he Loke. He's like, his name is such and such Loke. So it's like, all the nigga did was replace the Loke with the blood name, right? Stupidity, I know. So now, this Crip, who's official, mind you, I say he's official, and he happens to be cool with not all the Bloods that whole way in the building, but a good amount of them, including the 2 Bloods that ran the crib that we in. So, go to Lola, they meet up with him, right? They tell him about the situation. So now the next day, they go to the little library, right? They bring this dude who allegedly is blood now, banging on Crips, but really was Crip. They bring him to the little library. They bring his mans. So now they get into a almost altercation where dude from the town like, yo, I thought you was tough. You came here not jacking Crip. You came here not jacking Crip, blah, blah, blah. So, dude denying it. He like, yo, listen, I don't know what you talking about. I was never Crip. This down the third, this down the third. At this point, the Bloods who run the Crip, they definitely believe he was Crip by how he acting and how he moving and just how shaky he looked. But they rock him to sleep. And by rocking him to sleep, it's basically like playing the 4-day laws of power. Acting like you're not bothered by the situation. Acting like you're not going to do something to somebody. But know the reality you are. So, they let maybe another week go by. They treat him the same. They don't act like nothing. They'll never bring up the situation. But then, they get the iPod involved. And the I part is the international pop-off dummy. This is a dude who, a day room nigga, who wants to be blood, wants to get his weight up. And he been getting cool with the dudes who run the crib for a little while. So they say, hey, listen, you want to turn homie? You want to be down? See that dude over there? He used to be Crip, pretending to be blood. We rocking him to sleep. I'm going to give you this scalpel. And when I give you the word, eat his food. Eat his food and you home under me. Put your name in the paperwork. Blah, 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 boom, 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 bing, bing, bang, 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 bing, 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 right? So, they passing the weapon. They wait for the specific time. And the time was supposed to be when police was not looking. But they gave the dude the clue. He don't look to see the police catching him. He hesitates for a little while. Not too long, but like enough. And y'all know when you in street situations, a couple seconds hesitation could mean life or death. It could mean you hit your target, you won't hit your target. It could mean they got a chance to run away and get away from you. All that stuff. So the dude hesitates a little bit, right? Because he wasn't about that life to begin with. But he ends up going, rips the Crip, right? Slashes his face. From, I would say, like, the temple. From, like, the temple, and I don't want to do it on my face, but from, like, the temple to look like, you know what I'm saying, like, the top of his lip, right? Boom. Rips him, right? He gets caught by police. Stupid nigga, right? The other bloods, they go jump him, right? So they jumping him. Dude gets caught, like I said. Anyway, the CO presses the PBA button. The A-team comes. Everybody is down now. Now, you know, this is a big situation. So the crib goes on lockdown for like 2 weeks. No commissary. We in our cribs the whole time. The main bloods who was already there, like I said, they sent the international pop-off dummy, the iPod. And I'm going to do a video about what exactly the iPod is. But he basically is a crash dummy. But the crash dummy gets caught. He gets caught with the weapon, all that. Catches the new charge, goes to the box for a very long time. But guess what now? Now you get to be blood, buddy. He blood or whatever. He rolled off the strip of that. I don't know what happened to me. He was a day room nigga. I never cared who he was anyway, you know what I'm saying? But the dude got slashed. He ends up getting moved to a whole nother building. But word travels, you know, because jail's like high school. All it takes is for one person to tell one person, one or two kites, I mean letters. They get sent. Everybody knows what the situation is. So now, this dude gets no respect by the bloods. You get violated by the bloods. And also, you can't go back to the Crips because you denied being Crip. You turned blood and was banging on Crips. So now, everywhere he go, he got beef with bloods and Crips. Dudes trying to stab him. Dudes trying to cut him. Dudes jumping him. Eventually, he signs in the PC. And I don't know what happened after that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm living my own life. You know what I'm saying? But this is what happens when you choose to join a gang. And you want to be down. You want to be a wave rider. This is what happens when you want to be down with a gang so bad that you come in a part of a gang, right? You end up joining a different gang because they have beef with the gang that you want, and you don't want to get crushed, so you roll with the rush. But then the rush finds out about you, and they crush you anyway, and now you can't even go back to home team who you started with. Ladies and gentlemen, why join the gang? It's not worth it, man. I'ma always say this. Having a big homie is like calling another man daddy. Your father. So picture you didn't grow up with your father and then you join the gang. And now this dude who your age and maybe 5 years older than you, he telling you what to do. You risking your freedom, putting your life on the line. You in jail catching new charges for a nigga who don't care if you live or die for real. He just using you to get ahead. If you gonna do that, you ain't really a real man. You know what I'm saying? you might as well cut off your testes and give it to him. Let him walk around with your testes in his back pocket. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as that, yo. Like, share, comment, subscribe. That was another Rikers Island story, man. By the way, the Everyone is Toxic podcast is coming. You want to promote your music? Follow me. Holla at me on Instagram, Nate_Almighty_GDA, man. Low price, man. Low price. I mean, listen, hood prices. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.